Well, this is Loretta. She's my first diesel truck. I've owned her for almost 2 years now, and I've been putting a lot of work into this truck. I'm hoping someday I can pass it down to my kids, and maybe theirs too, if we can treat it right. I gotta hop up here like a monkey. My truck is so tall, so we can get a good view of all this. But here's my Banks boost tubes with a Banks billet connected with 2 coil heaters inside, because it gets pretty cold here in Dawson Creek, BC. And then I got a nice Banks horn right there with 2 coil heaters installed there, with some extra goodies on top, as you can see. We got the Banks cold air intake, and hopefully someday way down there we'll get a nice Fleece Cheetah turbo. We have an 8-inch BDS lift. And I just went with these BDS shocks because I don't need fancy Fox shocks just yet for this truck. She's a work truck. We got a nice 12,000 pound winch, and widely known all over the world is Gridiron bumpers. They did my bumper here. It's a pretty beautiful piece. Speed Demon lights and a Hilux light bar, 32 inch. Now if we come around here, we did a full EGR delete, DPF delete, CVV delete. Got the sweet little bulletproof draw pitch. I wish it was a little nicer out, but these are nice polished 5 to 8 inch tips here. Beautiful polished 5 to 8 inch tips. Militia Muffler did a great job on this dual exhaust. Got the Slippy in the back, that's a 450 liter slip tank, the GPI pump. Got the big nozzle on there. Doesn't really do much with the smaller hose, but YOLO. Filter could use a good change. So these are the tires here. We're running 37.5 inch Venom Ice Hunters. Got them studded. I bought these when I got the truck here. Some spike lug nuts. These are stock rims. Switch back to the 20s for now, and in the springtime, when it's a little nicer out and all the salt is off the roads, we'll get some nice 24 inch chrome rims and some 40 inch mud tires for this truck. Fill some space in these wheel wells. We got these Trigger Long Johns with the custom Loretta plating. Now we'll get onto this tune here. This is an AMDP 5-stage tune. It's a 150 horsepower tune. The first stage is pretty much just stock files, and it keeps moving up in variables. I think it's 40, 80, 120, and then 150 horsepower. I could be wrong. So these new Dodges, a lot of them, the 24s anyway, I don't think you can make these little switch on the fly switches work. So this little switch on the fly tune switch, we jumped the gun. It got installed, and it doesn't really do anything. Militia Muffler, super cool. They're gonna replace this little panel for me for free, get that all fixed up nice. That's pretty cool of them. But unique thing about these new tunes is it's all on the steering wheel. So you just press cancel one time here, and then we can set the tune here. So we're in stage 1 right now. So we'll just make sure the cruise control is off here. You can't have your cruise control on. Everything still works the same. You just, when you're changing the tunes, you can't have the cruise control on. So that is off. So stage 1 here, everybody. And now stage 2. Oh. Okay, we're in stage 2 now, I believe. Or maybe even stage 3. I think I double clicked. I'm still learning a bit. So we'll high idle her here just so we can hear it idle up, see if we're still in the rumble. So the unique thing about my tune the first 2 stages are a rumble tune. And then as we move into stage 3, 4, and 5, into more street and performance, we're going to move to a Jet Fighter Hiss tune. I wanted to have a little bit of both, a nice lope rumble tune that would echo off the buildings, just for my nice daily driving. And as the Hiss tunes and the Jet Fighter tunes too, the way they set your valves, they can cause damage to your truck if they're not set right. So I don't want to daily drive with the Hiss tune, and luckily AMDP is really good with their tunes. They're looking for longevity, so these Hiss tunes are really dialed back like 20-30%, not crazy like 90% Hiss tunes. Then that's the way it was explained to me. I'm no mechanic, I'm just learning on the go here. So if I'm getting anything wrong, please feel free to correct me, share any advice you have, and suggest any parts you'd like, because I'd love to learn more and have more to research to work on this truck, and more to look forward to on this build. So we're gonna cancel this now. I believe we're off cruise control, so it's going to tell us what tune we're in. We're in stage 2, it tells us, and now we instantly hear a change here. So from rumble, now we're going to this Hiss tune. I really like that they were able to customize this tune so I could have the best of both worlds with this truck. And we'll give it a high idle. I'm a big fan of everything they've done so far. So that's midway kind of fuel economy, towing, getting into performance, stage 3 tune. And then if we want some more horsepower, we can just turn this cruise control off and we can go into stage 4. And that's still, once again, the Hiss tune. This LED will light up 4 times, telling us we're in stage 4. It'll beep 4 times. So now we're getting into the higher horsepower here, 120 extra horsepower, plus whatever the engine modifications are giving us. It's pretty much just airflow for now. So then if we cancel again, we can turn it up to stage 5 and get that 150 horsepower. And let me tell you, you can be spinning these tires doing probably 50-80 kilometers an hour, and these back tires will still spin if you can get that turbo spooled up and hit it just right. It's quite the unit. And then we got the edge monitor here. I'm hoping to get the probe in my exhaust here as soon as I can, probably next month, with some ASIN tuning. I'm gonna have Militia Muffler do all that for me as well. Probably the only place I'd like to trust with my truck in the near future. I might have to do some transmission work elsewhere later on, but that's hopefully far off in the future when we get a lot more horsepower going in here. So I think that's almost everything I could share with you guys. And if you have any suggestions, comments, feel free to hit me up, like, subscribe, and share the page. Thank you so much for the support, and take care, everybody. I guess before I hit the road though, I better give you a little